What's up, guys? Cool, man. All right, let's check this out. This is a test. My name is Jason J. Daniel. Thanks for joining me for the Jason J. Daniel Show podcast. I'm so excited I can't even say my own name. I'm going to my YouTube account right now since I'm new. I'm running a test here. Let's see here. Are we live? Man, all right, let's check this out. Wow. This is a test. My name is Jason J. Daniel. Thanks for joining me for the Jason J. Daniel Show podcast. I'm so excited I can't even say my own name. Cool, man. Okay, so we're live on YouTube. Sorry, guys. I'm new to podcasting, so what I'm doing is I'm simulcasting, and I'm using my MacBook. So the camera's a little off. I need to get a better camera, and I'm also going to go live on TikTok at the same time. We got a lot of people on TikTok that wants to check it out. I'm also on X. So right now I'm going to my X account to see how this looks and to post. Let's see here. It says we're live. Okay, the little live symbol right there. Cool. All right, I'm gonna tap it. Open live video. Cool. Let's see. Let's see how it sounds. It says we're live. Cool. Okay, the little live symbol right there. Cool. All right, I'm gonna tap it. I'm going to pin to my profile. Okay. Cool. All right, cool. So enough of that. All right, so now I'm going to bring on the animals. Oh yeah, I got one more email to send here. Stand by, guys. I'm emailing the link to, let's see here, one memento. I have to email. So to get on and join the podcast, I have to email the link to my guest. So I'm going to just really quickly send an email. You guys won't necessarily see it at all. You're just going to see my face. Let's see here. Boom. All right. I'm just going to drop in this link for my guest. Podcast link. Okay, so we're gonna talk. Let me jump back. Cool, we're back. We're gonna talk Monday Night Football. I do a sports podcast. A sports live on TikTok. I'm gonna bring the animals on live right now and just see how it goes. This is like a really crazy test here. I got banned from TikTok from going live because I was roasting people and I was being mean. But we're doing peace, love, and understanding tonight. I'm going to be nice to the people. Let's see here. NFL talk. Okay. What week is this? Week 13? I don't know. Week talk. NFL talk. Let's see here. I'm adding it to. Okay, we're going to go live. We're going to get rid of the effects here. No effects tonight. We're just gonna drop it right here. Gonna drop it right here. Okay, we're gonna go live. Boom. So let's see what we get. I don't like how this. There's a bottle cap. Okay, here we go. All right, so I'm gonna do this. It's crazy. Like I'm gonna try to look right here and talk to both screens, but we'll see what we get. So if you're still watching, God bless you. Again, my name is Jason. I do a TikTok show, a live show. Hey, there, Flex, what's up, man? I'm on the podcast at the same time. I'm simulcasting, so we can talk sports, guys. I was banned from TikTok, like I said. Reason why I got banned is I started roasting Eagles fans, and it got pretty heated. Actually, it got pretty heated, and so I was mean. I was totally mean on podcasting, guys. If you're joining live on podcasting, I'm podcasting, simulcasting. I'm on Rumble and YouTube and X. So if you guys want to stay on the live, it's all good. I'm doing an experiment. I'm trying to see if it makes any sense, right, to try to do both at the same time. I did promise that we would go live. It has been a while since I've gone live, like 3 weeks or something. My numbers are really low right now, but that's okay. I figured it's Daniel, but hey, sorry, Flock Texan. Sorry, I thought I saw Flex. What's up, Daniel? Yeah, Bengals game was pretty crazy. Bengals are my team right now, so they're pretty crazy. Let me fix the light. You can see me a little better here. So this is weird. I have a headset on. I'm trying different headsets. My last headset was super terrible. Didn't quite work out. So hopefully, I did test my simulcast. So my headset works pretty good right now. Again, I'm on Rumble. Now I can see your comments. I can see you on live, and I can also see you if you join me on YouTube, Jason J Daniel, or Rumble, Jason J Daniel. Your comments go right in here in the studio, which is really cool. And I also have some let's see here, some things I can drop in. Little graphic here. There it is. Pretty cool, right? I got a little graphic here saying "Welcome to the Jason J. Daniels Show." Okay, so Eagles fans, I got my favorite Eagles fans on right here. I've got Breeze and Daniel's a Texans fans, but I got my favorite Eagles fan, Breeze. Breeze, tell me, man. Like, how do you feel? Are you feeling nervous that Bryce Young almost beat you guys with that pass? If it hadn't been dropped, that wouldn't have been a loss. Does it matter to you? Do you still feel like everything's cool? Still like you feel like you're better than the Lions? Does it matter to you? That's the question I have. The numbers are so low. It's definitely because TikTok is punishing me. Clearly because I got I got mean and nasty, and so clearly they're just giving me low numbers. But it's all good. You are reaching. No, I'm not reaching at all. I'm asking you a question. You're getting defensive, and but it's all peace, love, and understanding. I love you, so it's all good. This is what happens with the Eagles fans; they get very defensive, and that's okay. I'm here to talk to you about that. You didn't answer my question though, Breeze. Now, yes, you dominated in our fantasy league. Breeze crushed everybody. He's probably going to take first place. I don't want to give him that, okay, because I've been first place. Okay, people are joining. Thanks for joining. I don't want to give you that, Breeze. I can't give you that. So I'm gonna fight you to the end. I'm gonna play you next week. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna set up the schedule and play next week. Do or die. But anyway, do if Bryce Young had beat you with that last second pass, would it matter? That's my question. Because we all thought that pass was good until we saw the replay. That's my question. I don't think the Eagles are better than the Lions. I think the Lions are still the best team, but I think it's very equal. I just don't see. I don't see the Eagles being the Lions. But tell me why. Tell me why. Okay, here it is. I got. Is that Breeze? There he is. Breeze coming on. Take Breeze. Give it to me, baby. Tell me I'm crazy. Even when, okay, I'll answer your question as to why I'm not making it a thing about anybody else. One, because your team could go to the Super Bowl. That's why it matters more. The other teams don't matter to me. Two, yeah, but they're still winning, and so are the Eagles. I'm just saying they're much. I feel like they're equal. I don't see. Okay, okay. Going back to answer your question, then we'll get to that. I think that Minnesota will let everybody in the game, and their defense is not as good as the Lions or the Eagles. I think they're three. But my point is, my question to you is, did you think they lost when? Did you think they lost when it looked like he caught that touchdown? Did you think they lost? Okay. So okay, got it. So, but did you think it was a touchdown? I did until they showed the replay. And clearly it wasn't. Okay, fair enough. So what if they had caught that touchdown? Yeah. Okay. So do you think they let okay, do you now did you now they should have won and beat the Panthers with which they did. You're not letting me finish my sentence. Look, peace, love, and understanding. Go ahead. I hear you. Well, look, you sound pretty mad to me. I'm open. Look, you sound pretty mad to me. I'm not defensive. Okay. Well, here's my point. Here's where I'm going. The Eagles should have won that game, and they did. Cool. We move on. But that was one of the worst teams in the league, and they almost lost to that team. My question is, does it matter? Apparently, it doesn't to you. What's that? You mean the Lions? So I would say the same thing to the Lions fans. Like I'm saying, I'm looking at the both teams and say, so, so, wants to join my stream. I'm sorry. I'm sorry because I got a message. Say it again. I'm sorry. Say that again. I didn't go live. I was banned. I would have totally look. I mean, I do think that the Lions let them back in. I agree with that. I think that was terrible. I'm not saying that wasn't bad. I'm just saying I think the Lions, as far as I'm concerned, a better team if you match them up. They're very equal. You have to pick one, right? You pick Eagles, I pick Lions. I think Lions are the better team. Okay, how does that how does that matter? They're still winning, so like you're proving my point. Hmm. And that's a great look. The Bills are terrible because of that loss. I don't think they're as good as everybody thinks they are. The loss they just took. I think that's important to win those games. That's how I feel. I put the Bills underneath the Eagles and the Chiefs now. Yeah, I see. I thought the Bills had something going. You don't lose that game, in my opinion. Well, oh yeah. Flock Texan says Carolina is a sleeper team. No, you're totally wrong. Lions are probably the best team in the NFL. Candace Burrow says, um, we agree. I'm not a Lions fan. I'm a Bengals fan, but I do think they're the best team. And Breeze, you're telling me that I get. Let me correct me if I'm wrong. The Eagles have had a tougher schedule than the Lions, in your opinion, so it makes the Eagles a better team. They have a better defense, all that. Okay. Look, I am. That was a long time ago. And on the podcast we got B Freaky Films joining. What's up? Who's going to be my guest? We're going to talk some crypto. Your camera's really blurry, or your lighting. Just letting you know. We did
It
have,
is, yeah.
but I hear you good. What's that? Okay. Sorry about that. All right. Well, if you want to join, I can send you. I can email you the link directly. You can just jump right on if you have the studio. Um, dude, I appreciate you taking it to me. You have a really good opinion. I'm just really hard on the Eagles. I'm the teams that are good. I'm hard on. That came out weird. Yeah, I think Bama played really terrible, but I think they should be in over SMU. I think that's crazy. I don't think no. I'm not big on Notre Dame at all. We agree. but I think college is different than pros. I think if a 2-9 team comes in or whatever they were, and they give a really good team that looks like a Super Bowl contender a hard time, I think that's an interesting question. Now, at the end of the season, that happens. Sure, people let down. It happens. And Bryce, look, I mean, Eagles are probably playing a lot of They were letting up a little bit. They didn't think he was going to throw that pass. I just thought it was crazy that they almost beat him. That just really stood out to me. I'm not saying the Lions are perfect. Look, I think the Lions should have lost that game. They squeaked it out. I don't think the Lions should really be excited about that win. In fact, I think the Eagles win is a better win, in my opinion. I just feel like if you match those teams up, they're so evenly matched that I do think the Lions outscore the Eagles if they're head to head, in my opinion. I could be totally wrong. And I might be. What's that? Yeah. Yeah. Uh, I don't disagree with that. Prim, what's up? We got Prim. I think Prim, you were on the podcast. You were on the live before, right? What's up, man? Okay, jump in. Tell us. Okay, you've heard my opinion. You've heard Breeze's opinion. Tell us, who do you think is wrong or right? Hmm, yeah. So so we're all kind of agreeing that they're both equally strong and they both have obviously the potential to be upset, but they're still winning. Yeah, that's the thing is you just don't know. I'm gonna jump to the okay. So I'm yeah, I know they never did, dude. You're totally right. Okay, I am jumping to the playoff schedule or scenario here on NFL.com. But if you're on the podcast, you can see it. I'm gonna give you, and I'll tell you guys what it is. Obviously, on the live stream, I'm going to tell you who what I'm seeing as far as who's locked in playoffs, which is so interesting. Let's see here. Okay, so I'm now sharing my screen on the on Rumble, and if you go to NFL.com in the playoff picture, in the AFC, Chiefs and Bills have locked it up. I think Bills are not going to recover from that loss, in my opinion. NFC, Lions and Eagles, 1 and 2, locked up, and that could switch up. There's still what 4 more games. Like, that could switch up. Lions 12-1, Eagles 11-2. Let's look at it this way. If you're trying to go, okay, who is the better team? You could realistically say, okay, well, Lions have one less loss. So they're technically a little better, but they're about the same. So the Eagles lost two. One was to Tampa. What was the other loss on the Eagles? I forget. Yeah. I mean, so those you're right, those were tough games. I mean, the it took time. Yeah, those were early. Yeah. Let's see here. Let's see here. All right, I'm gonna bring Flock Texans on. I'm gonna bring Daniel on. Daniel, you better have a good take, or we'll delete you. Let Daniel go. What's up, man? Okay. Now, now, what if? Okay, so Breeze, what now? Lions have survived injuries. What if Eagles go down, have a few key injuries? How do you feel about their bench? That's true. Yeah, that's true. Do you think they should? I like Goddard. Yeah, I do think they have some deep bench. I mean, who knows? Barkley could go down and your backup could run wild. I mean, look what happened to the Niners. They're three deep and those guys can run. So you could still be solid. I mean, because they're still practicing. Barkley's, they're behind. When you're behind a really good running back, you pick up a lot of good stuff. It's the same coach, coaching all the guys. Yeah. Do you think they should start to rest Barkley a little bit now that they've locked up one of the top spots to get the record? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be a really tough game. I'm looking forward to that. I will say this: I do hope that they make to the Super Bowl. I do. I do. I hope they beat the Chiefs because the Chiefs are clearly going to be in the Super Bowl. I don't, and they didn't cheat in this last game, as far as I'm concerned, and they still got the voodoo. I mean, they still got in. That's crazy. Yeah, dude, I got to tell you, your pickups. I mean, obviously, you're really just on top of stuff, but dude, you look, I dropped A Chain because I'm a dummy. Because I didn't think Tua was coming back, and then he's been killing people. Dude, you almost had 500 points again. It's crazy. Like the one thing, not to get off the subject of the Eagles, but normally in my, not that this is an excuse, but normally in my league, it's a 50-point or 50-yard bonus, but I allowed it to be a 40-yard in Yahoo because it's the first time I've done Yahoo. And I'm like, what could be the difference? I think that's made all the difference. I think I didn't realize there was going to be that many 40-plus yard scores in the league. It's crazy. I did the math and I was like, if it actually was 50 like it used to be, half of those bonuses wouldn't have happened. So I'm going to switch to a new, next time we'll switch to a new, so I can actually put in 50 because it does make a difference. But hey, dude, you're winning fair and square. I mean, I'm trying to, look, dude, I was so cursed. I scored pretty decently and almost everybody would have beat me. It didn't matter my matchup. It was crazy. The scoring was insane this weekend. So anyway, not to get on that subject, but just so you know, I can only tie you now. I don't think I could take, unless you have a losing streak. I don't think I could beat you. I think, right? There's 4 games left. If you win one more game, you're a lock for first place. The rest of us can only tie you. I think, right? So what would happen is if we tied you, then the whoever wins the head to head would get the trophy, which most likely would be you, depending on how many head to heads you've had with whoever ties you. So my best hope is to tie you at this point, I think, unless you go on a losing streak. Oh yeah, everybody is kind of still in it, except for except for Undateables and Brock. But I can't believe Brock, the worst team in the league. I mean that like I can't handle it. Injury to insult to injury. The worst team in the league just punished me. Niners went crazy against the Bears. I couldn't believe it. So that's crazy. Well, I knew the Niners were going to win. I just didn't know they'd run wild on them, man. To 3, yeah, in the first half. It was wild, man. Really wild. Yeah, it was crazy. Let, us talk about your Falcons. They're in ninth place right here at 6-7. The Let's see here. NFL.com gives them a 38% chance of making the playoffs. How do you feel about their chances?
Because their coaching staff sucks.
Because your team's terrible. There could be there could be that.
Your coaches suck, and your GM sucks, and you fucking boneheads would give $200 million to Kirk Cousins, who's like 45 years old.
That's true. You know what
Can't make it to a season.
I'm realizing that maybe on the podcast they oh, go ahead. I'm listening. I was talking to the podcast. I don't think they can hear it on the podcast on the live, but whatever. Go ahead, guys.
No, they can't.
They can't because I have a headset on. Yeah, look, I thought Cousins was going to be an assassin after that overtime win. I was all in. I thought, hey, they're going to Super Bowl. I was like, who pulls that off, right? London. And Cousins is just blowing up, man. He's totally blowing up the wrong way. But speaking of blowing up, Darnold looked really good, man. He looked really good. I picked him up. Hopefully I pick him up on fantasy. Breeze, don't touch him, man. Don't touch him. I know he's stacked. He's so stacked. Like, this is the first time I've lost. It'll be the first time I've lost in 10 years. But look, my friend, if I'm going to lose, I'm happy it's to you. Good, man. Look. It's crazy, right? Well, look, hey, what did Josh Allen score? 200 points for you? Like 195? It's crazy. So so I was down by 70. Yeah, it was huge, right? Yeah, right. So I was down by 70 tonight going into Monday night. I was like, I'm not out of it. Because anybody in a position like that, pretty much any position can score you 200 points, 100 points, you're never out of it. And also to lose it happened to you, to lose on a field goal at the last minute is painful. It's hilarious too, right? It's amazing when you pull it off and it's painful. So it kind of adds this real, intense, like you're never out of it. So I appreciate that feedback. That makes me happy. It's taken years to develop a system that would really keep people. What's that? That was a good pickup. Okay, Daniel, go for it. I'll give you the last question. Well, I think that the Texans. Do you want me to make you happy or do you want me to make you sad? Well, you know what? Don't grow up because everything will make you sad. Here's the thing: you're gonna wake up sad. Here's the thing: the Texans are in the hunt. They are in the hunt. They're actually going to probably make the playoffs. That's the good news. Bad news is they're not going to beat anybody in the playoffs. There's just no way. I mean, have you seen I think one of the most underreported stories right now in the NFL is CJ Stroud's fall from grace. He is playing so terrible and making his team bad when everybody thought he was going to be the second coming this year. It blows me away. Feel free. What's that? Could be. I mean, that could be it. But I mean, well, I hear you, but I also think he's made really bad decisions too when he's had protection. So I can't argue with that. But I do feel like, okay, well, I just like in this weekend's game, I was like, what? There was things that just surprised me, but it could be coaching too. It could be that. It could be he's confused. I mean, look, but Brock Purdy's had a tough year too, and this is his second full year, but he's very good. I think Stroud has a ton of potential, but I just think it's been underreported. For example, Purdy, he's really bad right now. He's doing the best he can, but he's playing very bad. He had a great, Sunday, but everybody's all over it. But they're not really talking about Stroud. It's just interesting to me. But maybe you're right. Maybe people are just having mercy on him because he doesn't have the offensive line he needs. I mean, Tank Dell is kind of a bust this year. Yeah, well, Mixon is a beast though, and he was hurt, so maybe if they had him the whole year, that makes a difference. When you got a guy like Barkley, Mixon, Brown, the Bengals, CMC, it is really tough to balance that offense, in my opinion, right? Because you've got, yeah, he's killing us, right? See, don't say CD Lamb to me. I won't even eat lamb chops now. I'm so mad at that guy. He killed me. He's my first pick. He's pathetic. I mean, did you see him take a pancake on that interception tonight so he wouldn't have to try? It's unbelievable. What's that? I know, it's terrible. So, well, Breeze dropped him. Breeze had the same. Breeze had the same pick, but he's a wizard in our league. No, you know what? I'm actually excited about next year, dude. I'm excited about next year. James says the O line is washed. James is agreeing with the Texans. I want to give a shout out to Bryce. Oh, James says Bryce is playing better than Stroud. When you took guys like Stroud, Young, if you take the pressure off them and give them a break and tell them, hey, it's not all on you, they're going to play much better. I think they should do that with Caleb Williams. Honestly, it's crazy to me that they put him out there like that. And she might be gone, but I want to give a shout out to Candace Burrow. Thanks, Candace. If you're still watching, you're awesome. Go ahead, Daniel. They started really strong, and then they had tons of trouble. And then, that game where they mismanaged the clock, that's going to be it. They fired the coach. Yeah, I really think it's going to be hard for them to come back from that. After seeing, Breeze, tell me what you think, but after seeing what I'm seeing now at this point in the season, I'm thinking you should have kept Fields if you could have, and then had, Williams, and then had a two-headed monster like they're doing in Pittsburgh. What do you think? That would have been awesome. Okay. Yeah, James, you're right. See, do you think Fangio's? You think he's the answer, huh? I've never bought into him. At this point, yeah, it's a good fit. He's like, dude, he's 11-2. He's like, that is the word, dude. What do you want him to be? Perfect, dude. I thought I was hard. Holy shit, man. Dude, you want to go out there and throw a touchdown? What's that? Dan Campbell. Dan Campbell is a gambler, man. He's unbelievable. Dude, I just calmed Breeze down. Dude, what are you doing, dude? I'm gonna get banned. No, Breeze is gonna go crazy. I'm gonna get banned. Just calmed him down. I think okay, Breeze. If the Lions are in the Super Bowl, are you gonna have a hard time? Are you gonna be able to root for anybody? Okay, let's say they play the Bills. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I don't think the Steelers. Look, I don't. After the last game, me too. I think I would look. I would be if I would be all for Josh Allen. If you look, he can still look. That loss was terrible, but they're still a great team. They could make it. I just didn't like that. I just thought that was terrible. I was just like, Plus, the game is all about fantasy right now. The points that we're getting, it's like that was preposterous. I saw that score and got confused and thought, is this a WNBA game? Like, who scores this in the NFL? It was crazy. Like 6 touchdowns by one guy. I mean, That was weird. Yeah. Well, because I think they really game planned against him, and so that just pushed all that offense to Allen, and they couldn't stop him. I mean, Allen is like he's crazy beast. He's like Steve Young. Those are what Breeze. He reminded me of Michael Vick numbers wise. I was like was that the last guy that did 3-3 was like Michael Vick? And dude, when Michael Vick was on the Eagles, dude, he's amazing. He was amazing. He would do that stuff all the time. He just got hurt so much because he was too old at that point to sustain that. Ridiculous. Yeah. Right. Sure. Yeah. The Eagles fans were hating him, and Vic went out there and like played like a monster. It was crazy. Well, guys, you guys are awesome. I'm gonna let you go since our numbers are kind of low, but you guys have been awesome. I'm jumping over to Rumble. I just realized that the podcast folks haven't really been able to hear this because I had a headset on, but this has been a cool conversation. You guys are great. Thank you so much. If you guys can, if you want to, I'm gonna be podcasting. We're gonna talk crypto. We're just gonna jump to another subject. We're gonna talk about Hailey Welch and the cryptocurrency scandal, Hawk Tuah girl. So we're gonna be live on Rumble and YouTube. Jason J. Daniel. What's that? No, I'm not, but I have a special guest that's really good, and we're gonna talk crypto and I'm gonna get educated. But I'm interested in the scandal. Okay. I All right, cool. All right, yeah, guys, if you want to go talk football, jump on Breeze's live. It's going to be great. He's got sound effects and everything. If you guys are interested in talking crypto, I'm on Rumble, YouTube, Jason J. Daniel, and X. All right, guys, thanks so much. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate this. It's been a lot of fun. Thank you, guys. Take care. That was really funny. All right, so we're off. We're off TikTok Live. What's up, Bishop? How's it going?
So yeah, I saw you were on TikTok and Rumble at the same time.
Yeah, so what I did was I had my phone streaming here, but because I've been off, I was banned from live, and I usually do the sports show, right? So everybody's been wanting me to do a sports show, so I'm like, well, let me see if I can do them together, right? And I just realized having a headset on, nobody could hear it, and I mean, could you hear
Yeah,
it? You couldn't hear it, right?
I could hear people talking very sporadically, but I couldn't hear all the details. But
Yeah,
I
and
heard a
so
little
this
bit.
Okay, got it. So I had the mic here, but but I didn't, but you can hear me okay, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So at this point, like I'm everything before the first, everything is an experiment. So I'm just working things as I go. Um, but I think what I'm gonna do is on Sunday nights, because while the NFL is going, I think what I'll do is I'll do a TikTok live for like 10 minutes or 20 minutes, and then do what I just did. Guys will jump into the podcast and then move over everybody over to that. Because I do, it's like I have 7,600 followers and they're hitting me up to go live all the time. Dude, but my numbers before I got banned, like I had 7 people watching because I
All
got
sports
banned.
stuff, right?
Yeah. Normally I have like 100 to 150 people watching, but because I got banned and got the algorithm is punishing me, and that's why TikTok is stupid. I'm done with it as much as I can be. But anyway, so okay, so we're doing this. So we're testing an interview with you. Essentially, I'm just kind of working it out. So I'm good.
Okay.
I didn't put. I was going to put a graphic up that said, our subject, but we're going to talk crypto in case somebody jumps on the live. So I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna do a quick. Let's see here. Uh, really quick. I want to do. Let's see here. Copy. I'm gonna do a little graphic here, and then when I go. It sounds good though. I just actually jumped to YouTube on accident. You hear it really well. Let's see here. I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna do the ticker, and then I'm gonna create the text, and then we're gonna go boom. Oh, actually, that should be bottom. Hold on here. Let me edit that. Edit, and I'm going to go bottom, save. Okay, and then boom. I'm going to take this one off. Okay, cool. So we're going to talk Hawk Tuah meme coin. So here's my intro. Guys, thanks for watching. Now, this clip will go on X, and those clips are getting views and stuff. So, and it's going to be, I'm going to create this as a separate show, a Bitcoin, subject show on the YouTube channel. So, guys, thanks for joining me. I have Bishop. Bishop is well versed in crypto coin, and he's been spending years digging into it, and he's moved crypto coin. I don't know a whole lot about it, but he knows all the players in this scandal. Okay, so I want to talk about the Hawk Tuah meme coin. Now, I like the Hawk Tuah girl because she's hot and all that. It's really funny. I like watching her do her country thing. But I didn't know she had a meme coin until you let me in on the scandal, and I looked into it a little bit, and it's like a mega scandal. People are going crazy over this, and I don't quite understand it. I do want to share one thing before we go, real quick. Before I let you do your thing, I'm gonna present really
Hey,
quick my screen.
your ticker font is in black.
Yeah. Let me see if I can change that.
Yeah, maybe put it like in white or something, or red, or just a suggestion.
Okay, you know what? I don't think I can do it on the fly, but how about this?
Oh, wow,
Yeah,
that's
so
perfect.
I could add a background color, but the background color I think you have to select it before because you can go in with these graphics and
Sure,
pre-populate them. Because I have like 2 or 3. I
sure.
forgot I was in such a rush to get on tonight. I forgot because if I don't get on, I just stretch it out, right? And it's late for my East Coast people. So I just jumped on. I was gonna create, but again, it's me learning. But let me play a little something that I thought would be interesting before we go. Before you go, I'm going to share my screen here. Okay, here we go. Can you see it?
My Hawk
Yeah,
meme
yeah,
coin.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
My Hawk meme coin is live.
Now, can you hear that?
My
Yeah,
Hawk coin is live.
So you can hear the audio.
yeah, yeah.
Cool. All right. Cool. So that just sets the table for her. Now, if people are watching this, you obviously know who she is. And now the unfortunate thing is my graphic here. When I share my screen, okay, cool. I'll take the graphic off. But so Hailey Welch is her Hawk. Is it? What's the name of the coin? Is it Hawk Hawk meme coin?
It's it's a good question. It's
Because
what's it
that's
called
what I
here?
thought. I looked at an article and I thought it called it Hawk meme coin or something like that,
Uh,
or hot coin or
it doesn't show. Hot coin, I think it is.
hawk coin.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So that all right. So that being said, all
I'm looking
right,
at her Twitter right now.
yeah. So okay. So talk to me. Basically, tell me what the scandal's about. Like, break it down for somebody like me that has no clue what's going on with this.
So first off, they're not using a clone; they're using a token.
Okay.
Okay, which is a lot easier to build than coins are. Okay, a lot less regulated because the token market isn't massive. Okay,
Okay.
um,
I see. So it's
they basically
easier to
made
get in. It's easier to get in with tokens.
easier to build.
Gotcha.
Okay,
Okay.
with no responsibility whatsoever. So she has management in Los Angeles. I've looked her up a long time ago because I got pissed off at her one time. But she has a management group in LA, and they're a bunch of shady mofos who have one of those like TikTok houses sort of
Uh,
guys. But essentially, what she did is she created a token which is useless on Web 2, which is completely useless. Anybody knows that it's Web 2, it's Web 3, not Web 2. Web 2 is trash. Okay.
okay.
And essentially, what they did is they created a coin. Okay. And what a lot of these community of coin makers and tokenization makers is they will create a meme coin like they did, and then let's say you and I create a coin together, right?
Mhm.
Or a token together. I give you 30% of the holdings. I take 30% of the holdings. Then we release it to the public. they buy it, and then our wealth skyrockets.
So they buy the other 40% in
So
your
you
example.
hold a huge amount to where no one else can get it besides you and your whatever your company to do. So like a lot of times, I think developers will do this to kind of give like um, a little like leg up to the developers. So they don't pay the developers very much money. So they
Mhm.
say, hey, if I give you a large chunk of coin or token, you can work on this project and you'll get paid a massive amount in the back end. Make sense?
Yeah, gotcha. So,
Like they
as
like giving equity into a project.
right, okay. So who's the CoffeeZilla guy? Because I'm
Coffee
gonna
Still guys is this random guy. I've learned a little bit about him that he kind of like a like he checks on scandals. He calls people out on the internet about like he's famous for the Logan Paul
I was
scandal
gonna
where
say
Logan
that's
Paul got
okay.
involved. He did a
He did the
crypto
same thing.
scam,
Yeah.
which is trash. Yes, where people were buying these eggs. Then the eggs would have to be mated with other eggs, and the eggs would hatch and have a creature. It was a bunch of trash. Okay, that he sold all these kids this trash meme coin. Okay, but he got called out about it. I think the Department of Justice actually either investigated or the FBI did, and he got
Yeah.
in a little bit of trouble and started
I
giving
thought
people their
Logan
money
had to,
back.
yes, he had to pay some people back. So the reason why I brought him up
Yeah,
is you sent me the clip of him going off on them. That was like the next day after they, when did that happen?
I think
He
so.
broke
He
into
did a lot
their,
of public displays.
he was on their spaces on X and kind of sneak attacked them, right? And started just going hard on them, right?
Something like that where they do this and they do the same thing on a live. And did you hear the Haley Welch live with CoffeeZilla?
No, I didn't see that.
So when the night they launched the coin, they went live on Twitter, which is a huge mistake to brag about it since you bragging about
Oh, like
their
they were going
scam.
live in video on Twitter or
And
X.
actually on audio on
Hmm.
X. And
That's what I'm talking about.
CoffeeZilla got on.
That's the one you sent me, right? Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
And Haley Welch said, "I got to go to bed because I'm tired." But her one of the one of her guys, developers, got on the phone, and started defending the process. But it was anyone who knows what they're doing knows that this stuff was just a big scam. It's called rug pulling. Is like the term for it,
Yeah, okay,
right?
so tell me how it was actually a scam. Again, I don't know anything about this, so tell me how it became a scam.
So they create this worthless token, which is worth nothing. Okay, Haley holds a percentage, and usually they give the developers give a bunch of different people these percentages of the coin or the project.
Okay.
Well, like a hand, like maybe it was like two people had all the holdings of the token, and they
Oh,
released a small amount to the public.
gotcha.
Okay, so once the public bought the coin, that one individual dumped all their coins, sold it back to the public, and then made a bunch of money. So I think she
Oh,
had like a $50 million market cap at one point.
wow. Okay, so they didn't realize that okay, so there's only a certain amount of coins that tokens they mint, right? Okay. So
Yes.
they misled the public on how many were available
Well, they didn't
to the public,
mislead. What they did is they created a mass hysteria to buy this meme token, right?
pumping up the price, right?
And once
Everybody into it, right?
pumped up the price, and once it was the demand went up, the people that are person held majority of that token started to sell it off, and then
Mm.
people started buying it like crazy, which skyrocketed the value of it.
Right, because this person that had it had so many that he was the one selling it, not the. It wasn't being sold as like a first time here got it. So he was right. He dumped it instead of her making it or the whole company. It was a private investor who had pre-bought. So is that why it's
Wasn't even
considered
an
insider
investor.
trading?
It's not even an investor. It's just
Just some
it's
whoever.
not an investor. It's the developer who's part of this scam.
Got
She
it.
got an attorney, and I think they admitted that they have an account in the Cayman Islands, which is away
Offshore.
from U.S.
Right, which is what they
offshore,
do.
right?
So is
Which is
it
what they all
technically
do.
so after right, right. So do you agree? I think the insider trading is what I read they were calling it. Do you agree it's insider trading?
Well, okay, so again, I'm not a financial expert, so don't take me by word on this stuff. But
Sure.
okay, so on the stock market, this happens all the time,
Right. Nancy
where
Pelosi's.
where I'm a pharmaceutical company. For example, what's the chick, the Bezos lady went to prison for the
Uh,
machine, the blood machine.
oh yeah, right. Yes.
What's her name?
Theranos. Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah, they
The
make
lady
up
that
this company.
talked
They
with the
get angel investors to make up this company. They get a building. They get research. They get employees. They get a bunch of money funded to them, and they produce nothing. They just act like they are.
got it.
But then they get a bunch of money dumped into them. They go public, and now their value skyrockets. They're not actually making anything, they're not producing anything. They're just doing research. So one day they might produce something. They
Got
might make a machine that can process your blood, right? So there's a lot of companies on Wall Street that do this to where they just have an idea or a concept. They get an investor and they get a bunch of cash, and now they've got $50 million in the bank, and they're just spending like a mad person. But
Yeah.
they never ever material into anything.
Do you know what
But
the price
that
of?
happens in
Oh, go ahead.
that happens in the stock market all the time on Wall Street, right? But
Yeah.
on Wall Street, there are checks and balances. You have to have like if your market cap is like 30 million, 30, let's say $1 billion, they can call your ass out and say, "Hey, do you have $30 billion cash in the bank? If you don't, we're going to shut you down."
Margin column. Now, do you
Margin
know?
home, yeah.
Yeah. So do you know how much the Hawk Tuah coin is right now, or did the sale stop?
I I don't. But here's what one thing they also did, right?
Yeah.
So they sold them on this platform called Metro AG.
Okay.
Okay. So when you bought your piece of crap token from her, they charge you a 17% transaction fee.
Ah, okay. That makes sense.
So every single meme token that was purchased, somebody paid a 17% transaction fee, and somebody got that money.
So, gotcha. So they were saying that snipers picked it up. Help me with that. What is a sniper picking it up? Like sniping? What is that in crypto or coin?
It's basically like you have the inside knowledge of when a coin's going to go public or going like on a trading platform like
Right.
Coinbase or Crypto.com, and you go and you can buy large chunks of it before anybody else can get to it.
Okay.
So what
So
they did is
you
they
jump right
said,
in.
"Oh," they pretended like when that Haley went live, right? She's like, "Oh, geez, shucks, we got sniped today." They pretended that they got sniped by a few people,
Got it.
but it was true. They didn't get sniped. They had it all set up. So
That's
where
what
these one
CoffeeZilla
people
was.
held, this one person, these two developers had all the chunk of the coin of the token. So once it was purchased, they went in for skyrocketing the cap, and then they sort of dump it all off to the public,
I
and
see.
then became basically just worthless.
So let's see here. Now I'm jumping to while you were talking, I'm jumping to the value here. And tradingview.com says, according to data from Solana block expert Sola Scanner, Soul
So a lot
Scanner.
of yeah,
Yeah, so yeah. One wallet managed to snipe, it's called Hawk, HAWK, seconds after
yeah,
launch, purchasing
yeah,
17.5% of the supply, worth almost $1 million at the time. Got it. And it says
yeah.
that then that wallet sold it for almost it's one a 1.3 million, almost 1.4. Um,
All right.
so so okay, so what's the legal backlash on this? Like, I did see some TikTokers today. They just popped up on my feed. You know how that happens. I wasn't even looking for it. These TikTokers are like, she's going to go to prison. Do you think she can go to jail for this, or these people?
Well, I don't. I mean, I don't know the legal detail, but actually, this is interesting. I don't know if you saw this, but there was a kid recently all over X. He's like 13 years old, and he can write his own cryptocurrency, his own tokens.
I did not see this.
And he was creating his own meme coins in the afternoon, and he's getting paid $30,000. People are just buying his coin,
Wow.
but people knew what they were buying. They were just buying this kid's coin that he had made,
Okay.
and he was watching the thing go crazy. And he was like losing his mind making $30,000 in like 10 minutes. But people knew this kid had made this coin in his bedroom. So they knew what they were buying, this meme coin, right?
Yeah.
When people buy this token from Haley, they think they're buying like a major, like it says, let's see here, reserve. They think they're buying something with utility that's going to have value,
Hmm.
but they were just playing people. They never had intention of doing any kind of value for this. Like, you can't use this token for anything besides like losing your freaking money.
So is
But
that
I think
right?
that
Is that the difference between a token and crypto? Is crypto actually is a currency you can use, but a token is like a
cryptos are
value
not okay.
that you trade for
Crypto,
money?
crypto, the concept of cryptocurrency is incorrect. Crypto's not money. It's not currency.
Okay,
Crypto is an ecosystem.
got it.
For some reason, the word crypto got used like currency. It's not currency at all.
Well, they now
It's like
people call it cryptocurrency, but you're saying that's not quite what it
because
should.
they don't know because they just don't know what it is.
Got it.
That's all it really is. It's like essentially crypto is like uh, like buying a piece of stock in a company, but it's not regulated. That's what you're
Right.
really doing. So what I tell people is don't think of crypto as like money. Think of like Microsoft Word currency. Like Microsoft is a platform, and then you can use TikTok on a Microsoft platform. You can install software on a Microsoft platform,
I see.
right? So that's what an ecosystem is, an ecosystem of data that you can exist and develop apps on. So, but like Solana, dude, Solana is questionable. Solana is the two major players with Solana is Solana and Ethereum. Okay,
Okay.
um, Solana is like the bastard stepchild of Ethereum. Um, but Solana, like lately, Solana has done this do you know who Iggy Azalea is? The white
Yeah,
lady, the
yeah,
rapper with the big white
yeah.
lady.
She's
Okay,
super
did
hot,
you
and
know
she has her own coin or token, right?
she has she's developing a crypto casino? Do you know this?
No, I didn't. I didn't know that, but I do. I think I do follow her on X, and I was seeing them talk about something crypto she was involved in.
So Solana really took a hit, okay, because Solana brags about how it's got faster transaction fees and they're lower than Ethereum, and they have all this potential to be better than Ethereum. But Solana is just really hasn't developed any projects that are worth anything. Okay, so their fucking market cap dropped dramatically and their popularity dropped dramatically. So Solana's been doing these like disco launches where they get colored lights and trying like they're making this like exciting part of Solana. So they're really pumping money into like Iggy Azalea and her piece of shit coin or her whatever she's developing,
Yeah.
and she's developing a worthless project where she takes your money, okay, which is USD coin. She gives you her worthless trash coin, and then you take her worthless trash coin and you go in her worthless casino and gamble
And
with
gamble it
worthless,
inside her virtual casino. Got it. So you have to use
and you
her
get back nothing.
currency. Okay.
And she goes on. I follow her, and I'll post on X her about these sexual outfits, her ass, and these meme coin pictures where it's not like.
Yeah, it's
At
confusing.
one
I've seen
point,
it too.
and the thing is, like, she pushes herself as a serious developer and a serious investor,
Hmm.
but I just think that she gets this attention because who she is. She's got the celebrity factor, and she knows a lot because she's been studying. But the truth is, dude, it's worthless. If you want to put your money into Iggy Azalea's coin, you go right ahead. But it's built on Solana, and Solana is just not that great investment to make right now. So, and I don't own any Ethereum. Ethereum, I don't like what Ethereum does, and I think Ethereum will fall off eventually because Bitcoin's the big boy on the block.
Hmm.
But yeah, you have to yeah, exactly. That's what it is. But the thing about her is like she tells us this like she tells us the line between I'm a serious investor and developer to hey look at my big ass. Like,
Oh, that makes me invest. That's what I invest in.
She's got to make this decision of whether or not she's going to be a serious player in this game. Yeah, she's playing off her celebrity a lot and about the whole like for example, she did a
Called
big launch, I think, in
Smother.
Vegas.
That's what she smothers. What
Yeah,
that's smother.
mother. Yeah. So she did this big launch, right?
Okay, I'm kind
And
of into that. Okay.
she she invited all these like um crypto people, all these social media influencers, right, to her big party.
Okay.
And she had a bunch of girls there in thongs, twerking and grinding on these crypto guys,
I'm
and they're
okay.
tweeting pictures out.
Speaking my language. Speaking my language.
So if you go to her X page, you'll see like this big party she had where she launched her casino.
Okay.
But later on, the backlash was, dude, what reasonable investor would go to this party and take these pictures and hump these girls, these
Gotcha.
strippers, and throw money in the air and take themselves seriously? Like, why would you
Okay.
ever be involved in this trap? Like, people who have money, who are developers who are serious in this game, they're not doing this kind of nonsense, right?
Okay.
Like, you know,
Kind
if
of like
you're gonna invest money in a
WWE,
project,
essentially. Like it's like a big show. Like it's all kind of just to attract the
well,
attention. Not really serious
just to
people.
attract the attention, like it's
Like
not
people
a,
like me. See, so I have no clue. So somebody like me might be attracted. Oh, smother, twerkers, girls are twerking, cool. Somebody like me that has no clue might be attracted to that, but someone like you that knows what you're talking about knows it's kind of like smoke and mirrors. It's kind of a scam. It's not really crypto.
it's like this. If somebody calls you and said, "Hey, Jason, I want to give you a home loan, right?
Mm.
And I need to meet with you and see your financials." And he said, "Where do we meet?" You said, "Okay, let's meet at Gold Club Centerfolds." Like,
I'd
no,
say I'm
you don't
already
meet.
there. Maybe in the parking
Well,
lot.
you don't meet a person you're going to give money to in a strip club talking invest. You know what I'm saying? There's
It doesn't
professional ways to
right.
do
In
things.
fact,
So
that makes sense. Yeah. In fact, all joking aside, that would be like a red flag. You're not doing that. Right. That makes sense.
right.
So is Haley Welch's like that? Just a little different. You're seeing it like that. Like it's kind of like the smother thing where it's like she's using a celebrity just to get people to throw money at this thing that's worthless.
I think there's a percentage of people who are like collectors of meme coins and cryptocurrency and tokens, right? Where they'll buy something just to have it, just in case something goes nuts and it goes ballistic and they make money, right?
Yeah. Right. Okay.
Then
Just in
you
case.
have
Right.
the uneducated people who just they go on Robinhood. Okay, so like the average person who buys cryptocurrency has less than $400 in their bank account. That's like a study that's been done.
Didn't know that. Okay. That's
Okay,
interesting.
so like people who go on Robinhood like aren't serious people. They're just buying trash. They don't really understand what they're doing. They're just buying funny coins with funny names, right? Um, then you have, so I think she took advantage of a lot of people who just kind of buy stuff. So the small percentage I think buy because they're just buying just in case.
Yeah.
And there's some people that now I don't know how much plenty people have invested in her piece of shit coin. I heard something about some person put like $30,000 into it.
I mean, it's enough to where they're
You
saying
know,
she could go to jail over it. If maybe that's hype, but that it seems like it's. And CoffeeZilla got all hyped up. He was screaming at her, so I'm assuming he took it seriously. I mean, I don't know the guy at
well,
all.
she got on and she was reading the script,
Hmm.
and she's like, "Oh, geez, shucks,
Right?
these
Yeah.
snipers got us today." She's like, "I
Oh
learned a lot today." Like, fuck you, bitch. She didn't learn anything. And then when CoffeeZilla got on and said, "Hey, you're a liar. This is a scheme. You're scamming people," and that's when she dropped off. First she said, "What is your business?" She got mad at him, and
oh
then
man.
she dropped off. And then I think her attorney got on. It was like, no, this is legit. Blah blah, Cayman Island.
Right.
And
Came
then later
on.
she's like, "I'm gonna go to bed because I'm tired." Right. So,
That's. I wish I could use that
but
excuse all the time.
but
I'm
I'll
gonna
tell you
go.
this: she got involved in a project that's way over her head.
It sounds like it. So
And
so it's called a meme coin, and you mentioned that the 13-year-old guy was doing meme coins. What's the difference between a meme coin and uh, a token?
meme coins don't mean anything. They're just it's
Like a
just a made up coin that doesn't have
like a random coin that
they
like
don't have any
okay, kind of the lower level. Like you've got
no
crypto, you've got
it
tokens.
has okay. With a quarter in your pocket,
Mhm.
you can buy stuff, right?
Yeah,
Okay. Mean things are just they're nothing. They don't mean like Dogecoin doesn't have any sort of utility.
that's right. It's just kind of got it. Okay, now it makes sense. It's like kind of a joke.
It's not for
Dogecoin was Elon's joke for a coin, right? Because
it,
anybody
it
can create
doesn't
it,
mean like
or a
the
token.
Pepe coin.
Yeah, anybody can create those, but like to actually do a crypto that's more programming, that's like a legitimate art, right?
Well, they're all considered a crypto, but it's
Okay.
just like DeFi is decentralized finance. Then there's game stuff. Then there's Web3 projects. You know, you have to look at these as not coins, but really what these are is just software programs. They're not coins. They're not monetizations. They're just they're just apps. They're just software that somebody has built.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
when you buy a Doge coin, what you're really buying, dude, is you're buying an unsecured security. You're buying a piece of stock in this application.
Yeah, unsecured. It could go away at any time, or it could just totally crash and be worthless. People sell it off. Okay.
Well, I mean, and that's not regulated correctly by the by the SEC, and like there's no one there's no guarantee if this app goes bankrupt, some company, this developer goes bankrupt in some way that you're going to get your money or you're not protected by the feds. And that's been the controversy in cryptocurrency is these companies are just kind of fugazi. They're fake. They don't really
Yeah.
have $30 billion in cash to back up what they have. What they're selling people. But Dogecoin doesn't have utility. These Pepe coins don't have utilities, but people are aware of what they're buying. Okay,
Yeah.
if you want to
They
buy
know what you're getting
a
yourself
broke
into.
down if you want to buy a broke down vehicle out of the newspaper and it says it's broke down, that's full disclosure what you're buying. But people are buying these things in hope of the future of Elon taking Dogecoin and making and connecting it to Amazon or to Tesla, and
And
you
it
can
blows.
buy your Dogecoin, you take a Dogecoin and buy a
Okay.
Tesla
It's
someday.
speculating. Got it. Okay. That makes sense.
Exactly, speculation. So, for example, Crypto.com is what I use.
Hmm.
Okay, um, Crypto.com has their own cryptocurrency, which is just to me just trash. I don't buy it.
Okay.
But they have these huge development deals with like Amazon and Walmart, and
Hmm.
you can take their coin and you can use it to buy stuff on Amazon.
That's where it becomes lucrative when you have deals. Okay, we can barter it,
You
transact
can
for it.
barter it just like back in the day where beaver pelts and
Yeah.
tobacco, and you
Right.
can
Okay.
essentially trade it with someone, right? Because currency is just like money is just a promissory note.
Yeah.
That's all it really
It
is
really is. Yeah. It's
right.
not worth the
So,
paper. Yeah. It's only worth what it's backed up by. Not really worth the paper it's even on. If you really think about it.
but
Okay.
you can buy whatever you want with your money, but if you're going to put your money inside the hailey Hawk Tuah coin, I mean, you either have to
That's great.
understand what you're buying,
Yeah, you got to be really into
or
her, into the whole thing, and just like and people riding the wave, right? So they're feels like they're trying to take advantage of that wave that she's still riding. We're talking about her.
you're throwing your money into the wind.
Yeah,
So either you understand that, or you're naive to that process of throwing your money into the wind, right?
yeah.
So, but you have to like if before I look into something or before I think about buying something, what I do, dude, is I look at their company. I'll go on X and I'll find who the developers are. I'll look at their past projects and I'll look at who they are, what they're doing.
Okay. That's a
right?
really good way to
And
look at it.
then I'll make a decision of what they're doing, or what are they doing in, or what are they developing? Are they developing a trash coin, or are they um, are they developing a system, and what utility does that coin or that token have? If I get this token or this coin, what eventually can I do with it? Can I use it for something, or am I
Yeah.
just going to hold it for as a just in case?
Yeah.
But
Oh,
if you really research, you really look at what you're buying,
Mhm.
you'll have an understanding of who the developers are and what projects have worked on in the past and where they're going. And you know what, on X is really great because these developers will go live and they'll do seminars about their projects, and I'll get an alert and I can listen to their whole speech of who they are. And I'll go on the website, dude, and I'll find the white paper. And the
That's
white paper
smart.
is like, you know what the white paper is? I'm assuming you
I do,
do.
but go ahead for the people watching, because I know Flex, who just joined, has no clue about it. Flex, do you know what a white paper is?
no, I do not.
All right, get for Flex and everybody else. Tell us what a white paper is, Adam Bishop.
A white paper is essentially like a statement of mission statement of telling you is what they're doing and why they're doing it. Okay, so like people have to keep this in mind, right? When they're buying, investing in kind of like this cryptocurrency ecosystems, is that the reason I got into this stuff is because not because I saw a bunch of billionaires wanting to make a bunch of money and make mother coins and casinos and all this stuff. Okay,
Smother.
what I saw was if you see interviews by the guy who developed Ethereum and by guys like Michael Saylor and people who have helped develop Bitcoin, is what they're talking about, dude, is curing world hunger. They're talking about curing poverty in war-torn countries that have unstable democracies and unstable governments, like fucking Bolivia or Venezuela or
Yeah.
um, Africa or parts of Africa or Kenya or whatever. There's unstable governments where the money is killed through like massive inflation. What if you had something that the government couldn't cancel?
Yeah,
What
couldn't
if
get a
you
hold
had
of,
money
not
from the
paper
government
that they didn't print. Yeah, got it.
that the government couldn't take your money and make the inflation skyrocket and make your money worthless,
Yeah.
right? So like we don't know this because I don't know this because I'm just a regular broke person, right? But there's people that are like fucking billionaires and they own like gold mines in other countries.
Yeah.
They own massive pieces of property. They own money. They own like $30 million in pesos in a bank in Mexico, right?
Mhm.
And then one day the government just says, we're taking your money.
It's gone.
We're, or the government says, we're going to seize your mine for government whatever efficiency, or we're changing the value, we're changing the currency, and then all the money they had is worthless.
Yeah.
So if you have something that's stable, where a person has in a digital wallet, and they can use that to buy goods and services, the government, whatever the government does,
Can't touch it.
doesn't affect Bitcoin,
Yeah. That
right?
makes
So
sense.
like you and I can make a transaction over our digital wallets, and the currency of the country we're living in has nothing to do with us. So if the person you're buying a meme coin from or you're buying a tokenization coin from isn't talking about curing world hunger, they're not a serious, like they're not a serious person you should put
That
your
makes
money
sense.
into.
That makes sense. If they're not
Because if you
thinking
listen
about
to
the
Michael
future and doing
Saylor,
big things, like what is the purpose for it, right? Because it's much bigger than everybody just tries to make a quick buck. It could really change the world.
because
That's the next economy.
these guys, well, okay, so these guys who make this stuff, they can make a coin and make $1 million in a couple of weeks or a couple of months, right?
Sure. Yeah.
They can make money. What they do is they develop these, put their time and their money and their effort to making a project that's bigger than them that can help society, and that's what you want to look for. Like that Sam Beckman guy that got busted for FTX.
Sam Bakeman fries.
FTX was a worthless piece of trash coin,
Yeah, it was a
and
total.
he would give celebrities big chunks of FTX because it was worthless. Okay, and they would pay them to promote and do these FTX parties. In fact,
Yeah.
I think he did this in Japan or something before, and developed some sort of project in Japan, and then cashed out his money and ran from Japan before they get extradited.
Yeah. They were doing all
So
sorts
he's
of.
done this
Then they went
before.
to the Saudis, right? That's when
Right?
it started to become a thing. With Scaramucci was
Well,
there at the Saudis, and they started questioning him.
Scaramucci,
And
right? So
then he started like he
Scaramucci,
couldn't
here's
answer
what
the questions.
So no, this is what Scaramucci was doing. Is Scaramucci, he owes a bunch of Saudi money, right? So he runs a what do you call it? I can't think of the term now, but he runs a huge investment firm with Saudi money. He owns a bunch of Solana. He owns a bunch of Ethereum. He
Okay.
owns a bunch of another one. I can't remember what it is. Algorand. He owns a big chunk of Algorand. Okay.
Okay.
Um, what he did is he started introducing Sam Bankman to all these politicians and all these Saudi investors.
Right.
Okay, but Sam would show up looking like a piece of shit with his fucking hair fucked up in
Yeah.
a
Well, just kind of
flannel
a slob, right? Yeah.
because he doesn't care about this stuff. He makes so much money, he doesn't care.
And the
And then he
Saudis,
would
they
be
take
acting
that, they get
weird.
really insulted if you don't, or I mean, not like an expert, but I know that,
Yeah.
especially if you're dealing with these like very rich guys, they get insulted if you don't take it seriously.
Well, Anthony Scaramucci is a liar.
That
He
too.
made this story up about how he tried to help Sam,
Yeah,
but the
he's a big
truth
liar.
is that
He's a scumbag.
he was embarrassing. He flew to Sam directly when Sam got in trouble and tried to buy Sam out and try to fix things quickly. But Sam was so psychotic by that time and on pills, it didn't matter.
Yeah, he was so,
But
yeah, he was high as
but
fuck.
but Scaramucci had played a lot of these Saudi guys for fools and took their money. And so we'll see. But yeah, but you have to have a standard of what you're putting money into. So like if you're gonna buy FTX, you're gonna buy the Hawk Tuah coin. They need to have a white paper posted. You need to find it. You need to read it and figure out what their mission statement is. Is their mission statement just to make it cool meme coin, or is their mission statement to cure world poverty? Right?
Yeah.
And
Or
when
do they take themselves even seriously, right?
yeah, what are they doing? And also, what can you do with the coin? What are you going to do with that token? What are you going to do with it? Does it have utility, or is it like some Logan Paul nonsense where you
Yeah.
you buy a creature and you buy another creature and you have to mate them together and hatch and all this kind of bullshit and
Financial
right?
management by Logan Paul's creatures. So do you think she's going to go to jail? Think this could come
I
out to
don't
light?
know.
I mean, clearly it's kind of,
Uh,
people are really freaking out, and the nerds take it really seriously when you mess with crypto. They do. They take it very seriously. And she's already
well,
started getting a lot of bad press.
it just depends. Like, if there's someone in the DOJ who wants to get on this and fast and make phone calls and go knock on her door at 6 in the morning and wake her up and question her, you know.
So they could if
But
they
they've
wanted
got
to. You're saying like if they decide to look into it, it could be a problem.
well, I would say most likely she's gonna lose. She's going to end up losing a lot of money in legal fees, but now go to prison,
Yeah. Okay. Sure. So
right?
they could be
But
wrapped
then,
up in refunds and then reputation. Going to prison, I think. Look, a lot of people thought Bankman Fries was going to get out from it, so and that was a huge, huge $1 billion scandal. So this is nothing compared to that. But so it makes sense. Her
yeah,
doing
but
jail
Bacon
time is
was
very
Bacon
limited,
was
rare.
Bacon was giving massive campaign donations to everybody.
That too, and but he got
So
off for that. I mean, he's going to be in
he
prison
was not
forever.
giving the
How
hot
many?
two girl ain't giving money to Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah, how many years did he get? Did he get like 20? Do you remember?
I don't
Bankman
even
Fried.
know. I don't
Yeah,
even know.
he's in jail
But the
forever.
hot two girl ain't giving campaign funds to anybody to cover her ass. She's got, she is surrounded by a bunch of shady people, shady lawyers, shady developers. That's what she is surrounded by. So they could
Oh
have set
yeah,
her up to sell her down the river.
Sam Bankman Fry's got 25 years. I just looked it up. That cat's gonna be in there
He
forever.
may not even do 25 years. He's going to do
Well,
probably a few more, then they'll let him out for,
yeah, for good
probably
behavior.
house arrest.
Yeah, yeah. You know, we should do a show on that. I'm really interested to see what's going on in his life. Let's plan. Let's do it. That's gonna be great. We'll talk about Sam Bakeman fries in prison. All right. Well, Bishop, thanks for doing this interview. This is great. People have been watching it. I've been looking at the numbers. People are jumping in and out. We didn't. Oh, sorry, Flex. I saw you were in the chat. Sorry, the live chat. Sorry about that, man. Uh, Flex just jumped off. Yeah, I don't know if you can hear me. Oh, cool. Flex, thanks for jumping in and off. We're wrapping up anyway. Oh my gosh, yeah, sorry about that. It's hard for me to see the chat at the same time, so I got to figure this out. Maybe I can find a way to put the chat up here because I didn't see him in it. But anyway, so Bishop, tell everybody that's watching because we're going to cut this. It's going to be on X and YouTube. Tell everybody where they should follow you if they're interested to know more about what you're doing.
Well, they can follow my podcast on X, Country Fried Podcast.
It is a good podcast.
I think you can follow my podcast on YouTube, Country Fried Podcast on YouTube. And I think on here I have the Be Freaky Films brand.
Yeah,
But
on Rumble or YouTube.
Yeah, I think on Rumble I have some podcasts posted, and I have a couple of my mini movies. But I've got my brand coming up, my Undateable T-shirts,
on TikTok,
and then I have Undateable soaps, and hopefully fragrances. We're still looking at that right now, but we will have the Undateable brand up pretty soon. Where if you're a guy and you're stinky and you're ugly, and give you a nice shirt to wear, and also some soap to exfoliate your dirty ass skin and your feet.
There you go.
That
who would not want that? That sounds great. By the way, when you get those that product line going, you can come back on. That'll be fun. We'll talk about that next time because this is because this is a test show and we're just putting things together. I didn't have all of your stuff set up so I could drop the graphics on your handles, but definitely I'll put that in the comments on Rumble and on YouTube and on X. Well, thank you so much.
Oh, and one more thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
On my YouTube, there's a great two interviews with Scott Morgan, who's a screenplay writer out of Florida.
Ooh.
And he just screenplay consulting. He teaches you how to write screenplays. And we do a lot of interviews about. Yeah, Scott Morgan from Creative First Cinema, Creativity First Films, I believe it is, where he talks about screenplay writing. He's written for TV shows, movies. He's directed tons of knowledge. Worked on tons of script projects, and there's 2 hours of interviews on there of him about how to write a script, what to look for, concepts, and all that good stuff. So check it out.
It's on your YouTube.
Absolutely, yep.
Country Fried Podcast on YouTube. That is a great podcast. Very not boring like this one. Yours is very creative. So thank you. Well, thanks for joining me. I'm going to wrap up the show. Guys, my name is Jason J. Daniel. If you're just watching, I know we have some people popping in and out on the live feed. We're just random talking. Now, my official podcast hasn't started yet until the first of the year, the Jason J. Daniel Show. I've done actually 100 shows over the last 8 years, which is crazy. I was looking at my catalog. I was like, oh my gosh, I have all these shows going on. We were talking sports. We talk politics tonight. We talk crypto. We talk a lot of cool stuff. If you like what you're doing, or if you like what we're doing, I know you like what you're doing. If you like what we're doing, just follow me at Jason J. Daniel everywhere. Please subscribe on YouTube. Subscribe on Rumble. Really would appreciate it. I'm building my Rumble catalog. I'm Jason J. Daniel on TikTok. Actually, real Jason J. Daniel on TikTok. 7,600 followers. We talk sports on TikTok. Also Instagram, Jason J. Daniel, and X. My X audience is growing, hundreds of thousands of views. Well, actually, I just broke 5 million in 30 days. So if you want to follow me on X, Jason J. Daniel on X, talking politics and sports. Thanks, guys. Have a great night. And thanks for watching our test podcast. We appreciate it. Take care. We are out.